right now, this is our life. There's no other way to say it. It's broken.
We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it.
All right, so we're here now. My computer is slow as crap, and he's trying to fix it.
When you run your own business, there's a drawback. You have to do all the maintenance and everything, except if you have the money. And we don't have the money, so I have to figure out how to fix computers and maintain them, run them. I kind of knew something already, but that's what happens. And we do maintain a internal server and sort of network, so we do all that to keep our business going.
So pretty much the problem was that every single time I would turn the computer on, sometimes it wouldn't connect to the internet, which was completely frustrating. Then when you would go to reset the internet router or whatever it was, then sometimes it would work and sometimes it freeze and then you have to restart. Also, every single time I started up, what's that program? Google Chrome. Every time I started up Google Chrome, then it would take, like, no lie, 10 minutes to actually start it up. It was a real pain in the butt, so.
Yeah, so we probably need some new computers or something else, upgrade. Pretty soon, I'm going to be adding storage to our server, and you can come along and see the process. Because I don't have enough space, physical space in the computer to put 2 hard drives, but I want to add 2. Do you know how?
No.
Oh, we have to figure out a way.
My computer sucks. I really think I need another computer. I got it like about 5, maybe 6 years ago at Walmart for like $200. It's a desktop and it's in bad shape. And Heit doesn't believe I need a new computer, but I do.
Hold up. Let me take you over here. Because my computer is older. Look at her face.
What?
She looking silly. My computer is older than hers. It does have some upgraded memory or whatever. Maybe I took it up to 8. I didn't tell you to get in my shot. Up to 8 because I'm trying to show the computer. Look at her face. So, come down here. This is it. I'm using it to prop up my monitor right now. But that's the computer. This is some hard drive. Right here. See? I don't really like to do hardware stuff, but I have to right now. We're doing a bunch. But that's not all we do. We do other stuff, so it's not all tech we're doing here. But that computer is probably 8, 9 years old. And I could show you my laptop. Where's my laptop?
I don't know. Okay. This is another problem we have.
The old
Every
one.
single time he's looking for something, he's like, Cheri, where's my such and such? Insert this thing. I don't know. I'm not the last one who had this thing. But this is what we deal with on the regular basis. Anyway, so this is my computer.
I have a laptop that is over 10 years old.
About 20
years old. It
years old.
had Vista on it. And I still have it to this day.
That computer has Windows 7 on it. Isn't that Windows 7? Yeah, Windows 7.
I put Windows 7 on that old laptop and it runs like a charm. It goes and
it's not
and
about,
the edge is coming off.
look,
but
it's not about how much money I spent on this laptop. Or desktop. Desktop. It's a desktop, right? Desktop. Okay, it's not about how much money I spent. It's about the fact that it doesn't do what I needed to do when I needed to do it. And then he's always like, well, why aren't you here in this office? Why aren't you here? Well, why am I not here? The computer is one thing. It never works. And the other thing is where he's sitting right now.
people, all right, this is a running joke when it comes to, quote, techies. When people come and say, no matter what they are, programmers or IT folks, network, it's all sorts. People make websites. Everybody come to them for their computer problems. And the first thing we do is go to Google. That's it.
Now, the first thing you do is probably say, did you start and restart your computer? When was the last time you restarted your computer?
Yeah, maybe that's
always
first.
your first response.
First, is it on? And then, did you restart? But then you just go to Google. If it ain't something like connecting a cable, you just go to Google. Why is my computer slow? Windows 7. It's easy.
To a tech person, everything is easy. To people who know what they're doing with this stuff, everything is easy. And the thing that he always says, infamously, is all you got to do is insert thing I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, so I was reminded when she talking about where am I sitting. It's a okay chair, not that bad. This is my old chair. So let me show you about comfort and working from home. This is my chair. You see that? Oh, it looks nice, don't it? But let me show you this. Oops, wrong side. See this? It's 3 levers. So I have 3 levers to adjust it because I want the back to go back. I want to be able to tilt this back, bring it up and down, and then you can tighten the back, all that good stuff. And it wasn't that expensive.
It was expensive enough. It was more expensive than the chair that I sit in every day. The chair. So here's the chair. It's hard. Uncomfortable.
I can do that too. Hold up. Turn around. Down. The chair. It's hard. Okay. Ow, that actually hurt.
Well, nobody told you to do it.
All right, but it's hard.
This chair is hard not only on your arms, but, well, your arms, but also, look. There's no cushioning really down there. This chair
is comfortable.
It's plush.
It took me years to find a chair like this. Hold up. Watch how I sink down. You hear that? The air comes out.
At one point, I
Sound
had
like a
taken
seat.
his chair.
It sounds like a seat on a bus.
A bus seat?
That's how they feel there.
Y'all, you can tell he has never ridden a bus. They do not have buses.
The driver?
Maybe the driver's seat,
That's
because the
what I'm talking
passenger
about.
seat does not make that sound shh when you sit down into it. So anyway, everybody can see this chair is way, way better. And so at one point I had commandeered the chair and he took it back. And so this is what we've been fighting over.
We're not fighting over the chair because it's mine. And I specifically looked for a chair that I could adjust. Hold on, let me just show you how I can adjust. This is not sponsored, but I would love to get a sponsor for this. I go up and down. Watch this. That's the back. See, the whole chair tilts too, right? So I can put that back. Oh, I don't like that position. Let me put it up a little more. Ooh. Oh, right there. And then the back. Not all chairs can do that, believe it or not. But I have 2.
This chair is so awesome. Go ahead, have a seat.
I'm done.
I'm still talking about your chair. Sit down. Go ahead and continue to adjust your chair.
It's done.
So you can see all of that. This has one control. You can go up and down. Oh, look. Oh, wow.
That's why the computer is broken. That's why the computer's broken.
It is not. That's it. That's the only control. And then slowly over time, it just sinks back down until your, table is at your chest level.
It's not my fault.
I didn't say it was your fault.
We're going to take you chair shopping with us.
That's what we got to do. I need a new chair. And then when I get my new chair, he's going to be jealous of the chair. And then we'll see.
No, I'm comfortable with this one. Except it doesn't get high enough.
Aww.
So maybe I'll give Cheri this chair when I get a new chair.
Why do I always get the hand-me-down chair? Like, why would I get the hand-me-down chair? That is so unfair. This chair is like it can hold 2 or 3 people.
What?
It can't. You can just sit on that chair. Both of us could sit in that chair. This chair is just, it's like, it should be given or gifted to somebody who doesn't have any chair.
That's how you got it. That's exactly how you got it. Working on the computer, trying to install software, and it's not, ow! It's not working out. It's not working out that great. So we're gonna have to figure some things out.
I told y'all the computer was broke. There's no other way to say it. It's broken. What? I'm just. It's broken. Right now, this is our life. We work from home, and we play from home, and we do everything from home. What do you think about working from home, though? Seriously.
It's really hard work. It may seem like it's simple and you just don't do anything all day from the outside, but it's a lot of work. Like, I can't call somebody from IT to come and fix this. I can't just put in a request to get a new computer. None of that.
Yeah, it does make a difference, but I think in a way it like makes you better at everything because you have to figure it out for yourself, especially if you don't have a whole bunch of money to be spending on this stuff.
Yep.
I think we should have one of those things that's like 2 hours later.
No. I'm saying this on the first one, we would never use that unless it's a joke.
Unless it's a joke.
About that specifically.
I never know exactly where to look. It's easier to know where to look on a camera than on your phone though, right? Because when you're on your phone, our phones, by the way, we'll have to make a video about that someday because our phones are actually kind of cool. And we don't have one of the more popular phones.
Yeah, because we work from home.
I know, right? It's not an iPhone and it's not, what's that other phone? So it's not a Samsung phone. So you guys, in fact, put what kind of phone you think we have in your comments.
The comments.
2 hours later.
Y'all, we are still here trying to fix this computer. Not we really, but it's mostly Heit.
2 hours later.
We're still here. Still here. Trying to get this fixed.
Why you looking at me like that?
So what's the issue? Same issue.
She wants to show me typing in my password.
Oh.
So all the
I'm
viewers
sorry.
can see. 'Cause I try to figure out people's passwords when I see them
On TV.
on YouTube typing in their stuff.
Oh man, I mean, like, if we could just be done with this, but we've been sitting, well, he's actually been working on it for hours now because earlier he had to do, I don't know if you, what did you do, a disk defrag or something?
What?
So he,
No, that doesn't happen
or a
anymore.
disk, a disk cleanup, and he did like all this stuff, and then that stuff is supposed to help clear off stuff. I admit that every time I install a program, it's just there forever, and then at some points I think I had like a virus, and then he had to install something to get rid of that. I have not been kind to this computer. I was just feeling like, you know, for $200 that I paid for it, that really is enough. Like, I got my usage out of it, so it's okay if we just throw it away. Like, aren't computers pretty much disposable now at this point anyway?
No. Like I said, I had my laptop for over 10 years. Probably. I bought it used first off. And I think it was manufactured around 2003 or something.
I still think it'd be okay if I get a new computer. That's on my list. New chair, new computer. My glasses are crooked. They never feel crooked when they're on, but like sometimes you could take a picture and then they're crooked. Cricket. It sounds like I said cricket. Like a cricket. But I said crooked. He gets quiet when he's trying to do something and he's been doing it a long time. He gets sort of annoyed with it. Oh, I'm not annoyed.
I don't get annoyed. I get annoyed with people talking to me.
What?
So these are some of the things that you learn when you work with your partner. Like, you know when to shut up most of the time, you know when to talk most of the time, and you know kind of how each other works. So that's like a plus because you know each other better than you would know a regular coworker, at least than most people know their regular coworkers, because we all know that sometimes
People
people know their coworkers a little too well. But that's a whole nother thing. Anyway, so, you know, it's, I don't even know what time is it, like 9:30 p.m. So see, that's another thing about working at home. 9:30 p.m., we're working, and it's Friday night. Some people might be out in the streets having a great time, and we're trying to make sure our computer's up and running.
Aww.
But I mean, that's just kind of how it goes, right?
I vape. On the plus side, I stopped smoking.
After how long?
Maybe 10, 12 years. I don't know. Over 10 years. But I know people gonna say, this stuff causes cancer. Okay.
I mean, I think it's better than actually smoking. And, you know, I remember when you stopped, I was surprised, because it was sort of like, oh, you didn't buy another pack of cigarettes.
I just buy juice.
Oh, man, the juice. So we just recently moved to a new place, and so we had to find the juice dealer. And all juice
dealer.
all juice
A new
dealers,
plug.
right? All juice dealers are not created equally. They're not.
So we do own our own business, so we could go directly to these distributors and put in our business information and get those rates for the those businesses that deal the juice. But I figure, you know, we could try some ethics.
It depends on how expensive they start getting, right? Because if they get too expensive, then my ethics are sort of going to go out the window with that. That's just me, though. But yeah, you know, so I think a lot of times people are wondering, like, what do we do? Because we have a lot of friends and family and people who are like, who think that working from home is actually not working. Do you think that's true?
Do I think it's true? You're asking me? Or
no, that it's true that other people think we don't work, that we actually just really don't do anything.
Oh, I wish I could just sit back and collect royalties on music I made 20 years ago.
Maybe someday we'll be able to do that, but but for now, you know, what I'll say that I love is that we can work when we feel like it, you know. So it doesn't have to be, well, yeah, I mean, client stuff is client stuff, but it doesn't have to necessarily be 9 to 5. We're lucky in that both of us are sort of night owls. And so because we're night owls, we do a lot of stuff, you know, late hours, early hours, because we're still maybe up or whatever. And so that's...
This is old.
Oh, it's the old version? We're still working with this computer situation. Anyway, so
I have to connect to the network, to the server.
Oh, that's a cool thing that we do have ourselves.
I mentioned that. Go ahead.
Yeah, our own server. I like having a server, and I have to admit, okay, so he gets frustrated. Oops. He gets frustrated with me because when it comes to the server and other new things, he'll roll out something new, and then maybe I may not implement it as quickly as he would like. Like, how long did it take me to start using the server? A few months,
okay,
maybe?
yeah, so this what happened. I do the stuff, get it all working, everything's good. Everybody who do like software or any kind of tech stuff like that, they'll know, get it, I do it good, or get it on my laptop, 2 of my laptops, maybe 2 of my computers, desktops, and working great. Then here comes 6 months later. How do I do this? Oh, it don't work. So now I have to go back and try to figure out something I set up 6 months ago and why it's not working in this unique case.
I really do try. It's just that sometimes I just don't get to things this quickly because there are other things that are more important, like making sure we eat every day.
That's not more important.
Cooking food is important, or making sure that we eat, whether it's home cooked or
I
not.
can cook and log on to a server at the same time, believe it or not.
You know what it is? Sometimes I procrastinate on the things that are not the right now. And I'm sure it's a lot of you who do that. I mean, I do that. A lot of people do that. But, you know, it is what it is.
I have to go back and mount this drive.
What does that mean for people who don't know?
So I type in the specific location of the server on the network or in the file system per se. And then I just map it, and then bam, you can always find it in your file explorer on Windows. Did that make sense?
Kind of. Mapping it is what you do when, so that I can just get to it by one click. It's just always there. Is that mapping?
Pretty much.
Okay.
So I just want to see how fast this works with Adobe. Still have a problem with Adobe. I'm gonna have to call them up. We're paying them too much money for this not to work the way it's supposed to be, and I'm gonna tell them just send a $200 computer with it installed on there, and then we'll call it even.
Subscribe to our channel. We'll have lots of fun stuff. You'll get to see what our everyday life is like. Hopefully you'll get inspired to become a small business owner yourself if you're not already one, and if you are one, then certainly you can probably identify with a lot of the issues that we have on a day-to-day basis. But I think our life is pretty cool and it's pretty fun, and I love that we mostly get to live it on our own terms, although sometimes it's, you know, it gets rough when we have projects and stuff like that that are competing. Yes. So
I'm my favorite client.
I know. You know what's weird? When we first started our business, I was like, oh yeah, I just want to have our own business where, you know, we do our own stuff and it'll be wonderful. And then I realized that the criteria was not just having your own business. It was working on your own projects. That is what makes me happy, is when we can do our own stuff. You know, when we're working on other people's stuff, it's not nearly as fun as doing your own stuff. Like, I enjoy some projects, but you know, some stuff when you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, it doesn't have the same creative outlet as if you're doing your own thing. Plus, you don't get to have the final say. When it's our stuff, we get to decide and say, you know, what it is.
Enjoy the show, it's Heit Cheri, you can folk. Enjoy the show, it's Heit Cheri, you can folk.